I sometimes catch glimpses too. The past, the future, sometimes a different present. Though the source of our visions may differ, you are not alone in this burden.
Forgot I was talking to the Chosen One there for a second. Still, I actually find that somehow comforting. Maybe we can start a Tortured Vision book club or something.
I am always here if you want to talk about them.
I might just take you up on that. My visions are chaotic at best and very few and far between. Maybe a while before I can make sense of this one. I should get back on task. I think I've ignored these numbers long enough. Talk to you later. Hey, hey, Hunter.
A moment, Hunter. I couldn't help but hear some raised voices in the other room. Was wondering if you knew what all the fuss was about. Was there some argument?
You might want to talk to Nico directly.
Why? Is she upset?
I do not want to speak for her, but she seemed angry about Wanda.
I want to grieve too, but none of us have that luxury right now, or else we'll be grieving the whole world. Thank you for your honesty. I will have to think about how to handle this with Nico. We'll speak later.
Hunter, buddy, talk to me. The more the merrier, right? We can use all the help we can get, especially if they're willing to live in this place.
Okay. See how she does in combat. The other two are injured. Might want to let them hit.
Hydra forces in this area are causing trouble. Let's take them down.
Sounds too easy.
They cannot possibly match your strength. No mercy for the servants of
That's a neat trick.
Even the gods would not stand before us as arrogantly as you have. Hell no.
Hydra Immortalis! For a Hydra!
You suffer an eye for an eye.
It's your time now!
You and your friends will suffer together.
How invigorating.
Exactly what I needed.
You do not have to show off for me, Blade.
Regroup and focus. I'll handle it.
Don't you know who I am?
Doesn't look like much to me.
Good work. You will leave this world alone and forgotten.
We've done it. Excellent work.
Hey Hunter, Parker and I cooked something up and we think you should be a part of it. Oh, you know, if you're free.
I could be free.
Right on. Then let's head over to the shop and... oops. Almost spoiled the surprise. Tell you what, if you come with me, just for a bit, I promise we won't waste your time.
All right. Where are we headed?
Oh, it's not too far. I can't wait till you see it. Hey, you made it! Told you. You want to give the rundown, or should I? I got this. Welcome to the shop.
What is this place?
For me, it's a piece of home away from home.
You call it the shop, but I see nothing for sale.
That's the beauty. For me, it's an auto shop. For Parker, it's a workshop. We're both wondering what it's going to be for you.
There must be a reason you do this here instead of the forge.
2 reasons. Tony Stark and Doctor Strange. We wanted a place with good vibes and less bickering. Where we could focus on a project without the smartest men in the world telling us how to do it better. The shop is where you work things out for yourself.
quite a setup. What need does it fulfill?
All kinds. Usually, I work on the Hellride, and Parker tinkers with his web gadgets. And as we do, we brainstorm ideas of what we could work on together.
I understand why the two of you are here, but why invite me?
Caretaker always described you as someone who worked with their hands. You made things. You did the work. So we want to make things with you. Help you do the work.
You two are so thoughtful. Where do I start?
Wherever you want. Why not let Parker give you a quick rundown on our current project? After that, we'll close up the shop.
All right.
It's all pretty neat, huh? There's not enough here to give you a tour, but I did want to show off our first project. Don't have a name for this yet, but if you run into Eddie again, Venom, we think this could give you an edge. When we fought Eddie, the symbiote reacted strongly to your presence. It noticed something about you and tensed up. Our project takes advantage of this.
This project of yours, what does it do?
Our first prototype dulls your presence around the symbiote. Makes you harder for Eddie to notice.
So, a symbiote muffler?
Ha! It is now. The other prototype will help if you're ever caught in Eddie's tendrils. It blasts a distracting subsonic pulse that should give you time to both fight your way out and hit him with a counter.
Like your zingers that keep him distracted?
You know? Robbie and I should let you name all our projects. Then we need to miniaturize it so it fits in your suit. But we can have it ready pretty quick.
If I had a web shooter, you could spend more time in the shop.
Maybe, but you'd probably glue yourself to the floor. And what would that do to the great and mighty Hunter's reputation? Oh yeah, I can scrounge enough components to finish this project, but if there were more, we'd have more options. I'll put together a list and send it to your Spark. Bring what you can next time you're here.
All right.
So, how'd it turn out?
Better than expected.
Sick. So, that's the shop. What do you think?
You and Parker have outdone yourselves.
Then think of what the three of us can do. I'll give you a heads up before shop class meets again.
Shop class?
Right. That's what we're calling our time here. See you then. Parker, you sticking around?
You were asking
Ha! Walked into that one.
like a spider web? What do you say?
Dude, don't make me roll up.
What's shaking, Bacon?
Was there something you wanted to tell me?
Have you ever noticed an unusually ornate bowl sitting near my altar? Keep an eye out for it the next time you're there. You'll know it when you see it.
¿Qué pasa, Hunter?
An ominous presence dares enter these halls? Oh, sorry, it's you.
It's good to punch Hydra in the face, but they feel like a red herring. Okay, a black and red herring, but still.
This bowl is here. Oh, this looks like it belongs here. Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the altar?
Another artifact Wanda was toying with but could never make work. I'm curious. Next time you find yourself there, place something in the bowl and speak an Elder God's name. Perhaps it will work for you now that you have their blessing.
Accepted. Ominous indeed.
When many of the Elder Gods were corrupted and became what we would call demons, the god Atum, born from Gaia herself, was set upon our world to slay these monsters. In that sense, the two of you have had a shared purpose. Fight well, Hunter, and he may just honor you with his blessing.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. Your time has come. You were too weak for this fight. Your mother abandons you. Welcome assistance.
Cool.
This is a serious predicament for you. Your loyalty to the Mother of Demons will be your undoing. I am going to get you for this.
A tomb was unleashed and made quick work of the demons. But he even became known as the Demogorgon, the God Eater.
Your title could do some work. Now that was something. They cannot possibly match your strength. Leave some for the rest of us. I am impressed.
The Elder Gods are clearly aware of Lilith's efforts. These beasts may look like her children, but they're only illusions meant to test your skills.
Will carry you onward. This shall be of great help. There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly passed.
Cool.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
I think Blade is honestly jealous that you're getting this extra training. And with live targets, too.
Now that was something. As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me. Leave some for the rest of us. I saw a move like that once, centuries ago. I am impressed. I am impressed. Did you think that would stop me?
If that doesn't make an impression on Autumn, I don't know what will. Good work, Hunter.
Oh, you're only supposed to survive for 4 turns. Okay. I was able to do that there. That time. I had to be in.
This looks like it belongs here.
With Atum's help, you shouldn't have any trouble uncovering the more elusive elements hidden throughout the grounds. Why don't you try out his blessing on that stone over there? Try using your new word of power on that stone over there.
He sees our path.
Huh.
Autumn reveals all.
Cool.
There must not be anything here. Autumn be praised.
Graveyard.
Interesting. Autumn showing the way. Fascinating.
Cool.
Autumn does not answer. Cathan's dark influence has tainted this well. Oshter smiles upon me. Agatha's house. Intriguing.
Uh-huh.
The son of Gaia Achilles.
Huh.
The goddess must be busy.
This way, huh?
Agatha, what is this?
The corrupted influence of the elder god Chthon. But we won't be able to heal the Abbey grounds until we've recovered the Moon Seal, stolen by Hiram Shaw. Hunter?
Remind me about the seal?
I think you've gotten ahead of yourself, dear. You'll need to find the Moon Seal first. A trial awaits you. Never a dull moment.
Is that meant to be an offering bowl on the
Interesting magic, isn't it?
Yes.
Were
It
you able to make
responded
it
to
work?
my voice.
Excellent, my dear. You always exceed expectations. Try using different combinations of words and offerings. You never know what you might get.
Remind me about the seal?
I think you've gotten ahead of yourself, dear. You'll need to find the Moon Seal first. A trial awaits you.
Autumn be praised. She believes in our purpose. I need to find the next moon seal. If I remember correctly, this is the grave of Will Walker, a notoriously vicious but effective vampire hunter. Blade would have liked him. The son of Maya approves. Something terrible happened here. This area, it feels wrong somehow. I sense an old suffering.
Members of the local coven were persecuted here. And worse.
Witches?
Salem's history with witches may have been distorted over the years, but some things are true. The witches of Salem did their best to thwart Shaw, but he rallied his congregation against them. The catalyst of the infamous Salem witch trials. When the Coven called out in distress, it was Lilith and Sarah who came to their aid.
They came all the way from Transia, with the Abbey, to help a group they had never met?
You may not believe it, but I'm sure you would have done the same. Isn't that why the Sons are here today? Aside from that, your mother and Sarah both saw the signs of Chthon's influence. They knew there was more happening in Salem than the persecution of witches.
Chthon's corruption had taken root in the New World, just like the colonists themselves.
And while Lilith and Sarah were still preoccupied in Transia, they entrusted one of the moon seals to the Knights of Wundagore, who brought it to the Coven with the hope that its power would reinforce them enough to deal with Shaw.
But that is not what happened.
Unfortunately, no. When the plague came to Salem, the same one that afflicted your father, Shaw used it to further agitate his flock by placing the blame squarely on the Coven.
And the witches?
The mob was vicious. And the rest is history.
But what about the Moon Seal?
After the trials, the Moon Seal vanished, along with Shaw. Without drawing any conclusions, I think we can both guess where it went.
If this was his church, then it is possible the seal is still here, or somewhere nearby.
You read my mind. Good hunting, dear.
Autumn must not see it that way. The goddess disagrees.
Huh.
Need something, dear?
Tell me about Hiram Shaw.
By all accounts, Hiram Shaw was a desperate man. Desperate for power, wealth, influence, the usual desires that cloud men's minds. As I understand it, he was a largely unsuccessful minister before his arrival at Salem, traveling from place to place, swindling whatever followers he managed to gain before being run out of town.
Oh.
To think that a simple man like Shaw finding a piece of the Darkhold was enough to set all of this in motion, it puts things in perspective.
What do you know about my father?
That's not an easy question, dear. What would you like to know? Was he a good man? Yes, I think he was. Your mother loved him dearly, and he doted over her. I think for a time she forgot who she was, where she came from. And I don't mean that as a bad thing. She and Sarah both deserve to find something more than just another fight with Chthon. Lilith did. Sarah didn't. At least, not for a while longer still. I honestly think that's the only thing she ever had against him, blood or not. Until we speak again.
Pick up the other window. Maybe. Huh. That door opens back in.
Blessings of the goddess. This ward is not like anything I have seen on the grounds before.
And yet, it's familiar somehow.
Like the wards of protection that Wanda invoked to protect Dr. Strange's sanctum?
Very perceptive, dear. Maybe you should approach the good doctor and see if he has any insights. And Hunter, be circumspect. Dr. Strange is no fool. Something on your mind?
Did Wanda ever make it to this place?
I suspect she did. But if she discovered... Goodbye. For now.
Autumn shone through. That did not work. Ah, I see. Autumn reveals all.
Yeah.
This is witch sign.
Seriously, this is about as celebratory as I get, unless there's boba.
Curious. That is something.